Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be telling you how to basically go from your printer looking like this to actually printing an object right there. This is just going to be a step-by-step guide on how I've always done it. This is with the 2-up specifically, so this will definitely work with the 2-up or 1-up, but it should work with most printers that don't have end stops. And if you're using Repetier Host, this is just the basic procedure. First of all, you're going to want to grab your filament, and you're going to want to put it into the extruder. Okay, so I've got it in. You're going to want to make sure it's actually in the extruder, the PTFE tube on top, not just pushing against it. You can usually tell when you put it in because you'll feel it kind of get gathered into that hole, but if you can't, you'll find out soon enough. So the next thing you're going to want to do is plug in the power supply for the printer first. Once that's going, I apologize for the loud fan. Plug it into your computer. You're going to hear that little bling sound. Then you're going to open up your Repetier Host program. It could be already open, it doesn't matter too much. And you're going to hit connect. This is assuming you have all the parameters adjusted already. Then you can go ahead and you can add your object. I'll just add this. Move it around, do whatever you want with the settings, and then slice it. Now over here, what you're going to want to do first is you're actually going to want to heat up your extruder, like so. Okay, so once you're pretty much up the temperature, as you can see I'm at 192, you can hit the extrude button, extrude 10 millimeters, and you're going to want to see some plastic start to come out like that. That's good. And then you can just cut that off with some scissors. Be very careful because the hot end's very hot. Odds are you're going to burn yourself a few times over the course of your 3D printer experience, but it's best to avoid that. Now you're going to want to move your print to the minimum position. I have my printer set up to automatically go to X, Y, and X 0 min, although it's a little off. So you're going to want to manually push the X to 0 and the Y to 0. You can manually turn the Z to 0, but I have it configured so I should have to go down 40 millimeters. So I just click that down 10 millimeters on the Z axis 4 times, and I wait a sec. Okay, so once it's down, you're going to want to make your best guess so that it's pretty much at the bed, just a hair above it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead, you're going to hit make sure your G-code's done, and then you're going to hit run job up here. It's going to go up a bit, wait until it heats up, and then it's going to go down and start printing. But there is one very helpful step as it starts printing that I have found saves me a ton of time, not even kidding. Usually for one reason or another, the height isn't exactly the same every time, so it'll start printing, and it might be a little bit off. So what you want to do is come over here and hit turn motors off. Because the X and Y are moving, it won't turn them off, it'll just turn off the Z. Then you can manually move the Z until you get a nice thick line going down, like that. So as you can see, I just adjusted the Z height a little bit manually by hand, and then I'm letting it go on its own now. And once it moves up a layer, it locks in the Z now, so now it's powered and you can't move it. You can always hit turn off motor again, but there's no reason to do that. So I'm just going to cancel this. So yeah, that's really it. At that point, as long as your first layer sticks well, which, still powered, you can always hit turn motor power off and it'll let you slide it. As long as these first layers stick well, and as long as it's you want it to look like a slightly flattened out line. If it looks like a line that's like kind of sticking up high and it might be a little bit rough on top, that means you're a little bit too high. If you're seeing like a very, very thin layer of plastic, that means you're too low. It's a little bit tough to get it to the right height, but usually when you're doing bigger prints anyway, it does less loops and it's more just like straight lines. So you can see pretty easily exactly how thickly you're extruding, and it's very, very easy to just adjust it by turning this a slight amount, and it makes it very, very easy to get printing quick and have the layer height be perfect. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions about printing, please let me know. And don't get upset if you already know how to do this. this is really meant to be a guide on how to start doing your first few prints. Really, there's not many other ways to do it. If you didn't know about that turning off the motor trick and then adjusting the Z height manually while it's running, that's definitely a good thing to know, and I hope that helped a few of you, because I used to have to pause it, turn the motors off, and then adjust it, and oftentimes I would find that I wouldn't have enough pauses to be able to get the height right, because I didn't realize that the Z motor was still off even while it was going. So yeah, you don't even have to pause it to adjust the layer height. So that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you all later.